All right, there is some not so good news for your wallet. Starting tomorrow, 2 pricey taxes. They are about to return to Illinois.
Say it ain't so. It's going to cost more at the gas station and the grocery store. We're joined now by Fox Business contributor Phil Flynn. Phil, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming on. Just paint the picture for us. What are we talking about here?
We're living in a state where politicians have never met a tax that they don't love, right?
Yeah, right.
Exactly. And just as we're starting to get some relief at the pump, right? You know, this year could have been a disaster when it came to gasoline prices. We had the war in Ukraine. We had refining issues. A lot of those seem to ease up a little bit. And prices nationally for gasoline prices are lower than they were a year ago. And actually, the cost of your barbecue is going to be lower than it was a year ago. Not quite as low as it was 2 years ago, but that's a different story. But then when you get the city of Chicago, the state of Illinois reinstituting these gasoline taxes, people in the Chicago area or in Illinois aren't going to feel the full benefit of those lower prices.
Yeah, so is it, are the taxes high enough that they will offset the relief that you described at the pump? Is it a wash overall?
Well, maybe not from the highs from where we were because we were at a record high a year ago, but definitely the little price relief that we've seen the last couple of weeks. If you look at the price of gasoline, it's been relatively steady, in a very tight trading range. And interestingly enough, this is the time of year, normally the 4th of July holiday, when prices are at their highest. But everything seems to be out of whack this year. I think there's a possibility that the gasoline prices we're paying today are going to be a lot more expensive on Labor Day. So, yeah, so they're probably, here in Illinois, they're trying to give you a placebo. They don't want you to get used to low prices because they know later in the year they're going to go back up.
For sure. Hey, while we've got you, quick question about student loans. What do you think the impact of the Supreme Court decision is going to be? What do you think?
Well, there's going to be a lot of happy people and a lot of unhappy people. The stock market seemed to love it. We had a great day in the stock market. We're talking about $400 billion the taxpayers were going to have to pay for other people's loans, right? And that's really good if you're the person getting the money for somebody else to pay your loan. But a lot of taxpayers weren't happy. Listen, most people in the industry knew that this was going to get thrown out by the Supreme Court. People realized it was a political ploy by the Biden administration to win some votes. But really all they've done now is delayed those payments. People are going to have to make those payments. And at least you and I are off the hook because I think you paid your student loans, if I remember.
I just finished paying mine 2 years ago. I'm 44, by the way.
Thank you.
Phil Flynn, always good to see you. Thanks for the insight. We appreciate it, sir. Have a good holiday weekend.
You too.